Welcome back, everybody. You all seem to love the previous video with Sarah Boone's jail call recording and just all the wild stuff that was going on in that phone call. So we're going to go ahead and see it through. I believe there are 6 phone call recordings in total. We're going to react to all of them. So I have not heard this one today. We are going to listen together and react right now. Let's just go ahead and jump right into it and see what's going on in Sarah Boone's world.
Department of Corrections Institution.
Hello.
Hey.
Hi. Are you at home?
Well, I'm at my office. What's going on?
Oh, well, that's what I meant. Just I didn't know if you were in your car or not.
Yeah. I'm good.
Ma'am, that's not what you meant. Home is not the office. That's actually 2 completely different things. Right.
So, like, super effed me up with stuff that she was helping me with in this, my statement. So I'm not going to be able to get it to you until tomorrow. So I just wanted to make sure you were aware, and you said it was okay, but I just wanted to give you a heads up.
Okay. I mean, I'm not able, tomorrow's Saturday, so.
Oh, I know. That's fine. Just, I got your message, and it said that.
No, that's not fine. He's telling you that's not fine for him. We know it's fine for you. The concept of time no longer matters. Days of the week, weekends, average days, and time frames where people work and have to do things and then have time off and don't really deal with business things. We know none of that matters to you. He's saying it's Saturday. He doesn't want to talk to you on Saturday.
18th, which is today, right?
Yeah.
Okay, well, I wanted to make sure that I had the dates right because it said that it was okay if I sent it to you tomorrow, which is...
Yeah, you can...
Thank you. Totally effed me, dude. You don't understand. I know she's trying to be helpful, but I cannot describe it to you. Like, I've had to do an entire section, and I was like, look, if I have to call you so you can explain it to him because you're not going to be happy because a complete section has to come out and be re-added. I have to redo a whole section.
Okay.
Okay, well, I'm taking it to heart when you say, okay. It's the...
Why does this guy sounds like he doesn't know? He didn't have a clue what she's talking about, or if he does, he doesn't give a single crap. He does not give one slice of cheese about what. Okay, ma'am, don't you got a pair of socks to wash in your cell block sink, like by hand? Don't you got some water to heat up to add to your ramen noodle pack? Like, leave me alone. What are you calling me for?
Attorney's fee section. So the information that she had was wrong, so that has to come out.
Just send me the completed thing, and then once I get that, is it an easy fix? You want me just to do it now?
No, it's not an easy fix.
Okay.
It is, but all you have to do is delete that section and then just re-add my section.
Okay, so it's an easy fix. What are you talking about? Dude, I see what these lawyers... I'm so glad we're getting to hear these calls because I see what these lawyers were talking about. And she fired, 12 of them? Oh my gosh. Like, imagine dealing with this doofus every day with the Miss Krabappel from The Simpsons haircut. Like, what is it, lady? Like, everything she says goes against the thing she just said previously, or she says something after that just completely cancels out what she said. Like, no, it's not an easy fix. You can't do it right now. Well, actually, it is. Well, nah, it's kind of not. All you have to do is delete this and add this. Ba-ba-de-ba. Okay, ma'am, please.
Okay. I don't want to fuck.
Don't do anything yet.
Okay. I'll let you, why don't you just you knock it out, send it to me. We have,
Yes.
so let's just make sure it gets done right.
Thank you. You don't understand. Like, I've been typing and crying at the same time just because of, like, how mean these girls still are to me. And it's just, I just can't even begin to tell you. And it's just, you know.
Wait a minute. You mean to tell me the girl inmates in jail are mean? My word. Well, we're really getting the scoop on jail life, aren't we? Can you believe it? Extra, extra. Read all about it. Inmates are mean. What do you mean? I thought you're not in there playing Candyland and Uno. You're not. Wow. Oh, I can't imagine what you're going through. Did they say something about your haircut? I bet they said something about your haircut.
No, I don't even get off my bunk unless it's to make a phone call to you or to go to the bathroom, and I go right back to my bed. And it's just how just cruel they are. And I sit on my bed and I'm working on this, and you know, it's just been never ending. My surgery still hurts, and it's just insane. Like, this is literal insanity. Like hellacious insanity. That's how I describe this.
Hellacious.
How are they cruel to you, Sarah? What do they do?
Oh my gosh, they talk about me nonstop. They curse at me. This one girl, she swings from my bunk to get off of her bunk rather than going up and down the ladder. And I, who have a 7-inch incision from my surgery, go up and down this 7-rung ladder. And I was very polite to her, and I said, please, please, in all due respect and in every possible good manner, can you please just not hang on my bed in order to get off of yours? And she called me a dumb bitch over and over again, and she goes, who the fuck are you? And you, like, you're precious white girl shit, you don't want me to touch your bed and all this other stuff. And then I ended up, I said, no, it's called personal space. So then for the rest of the day, and then even when she thought I was asleep, kept calling me a dumb bitch over and over and over and over again. And then, like, I had been trying to go around and ask to see if I could get...
Well, ma'am, I think she might be onto something. If the cheese fits in the sandwich, then, you know. If the shoe fits, why would you even ask her that? Ma'am, you suck. You're annoying. You're a doofus. You're a nobody. You have no status in there. You're going to really ask somebody. And I know what she's talking about. I know the bunk beds she's talking about. Let me tell you something. Nobody uses those ladders. They're not optimally built for you to actually, like, you know, use them efficiently to climb up to your top bunk. So she's doing what is more just natural and convenient for her to get down from her bunk by using your bunk. If you don't like it, deal with it. That's jail, and you ain't even been to prison yet. Oh, it gets worse. Like, where do you think you're at? Mr. Rogers' neighborhood? Excuse me, neighbor. Hi, diddly dee, would you mind not bothering me? What are you doing? I only get off my bunk to pee. I mean, look at her little face. Somebody keeps grabbing my bunk.
Some type of commissary or something, and the one girl told me that I can go clean all the toilets with my toothbrush. So it's like just nasty people, and I was...
They are tearing her up in there. Oh my gosh, that's awesome.
Reading my Bible, and this group of girls that are next to me that are on the top bunk also, you know, I have to act like I'm ignoring them, talk about, oh, that she thinks she's high and mighty, and she reads her Bible, and then this, and then that, and then this, and this is why she's here, and all this other mess and everything while she reads her Bible.
Wow. Real quick, as you can hopefully tell from this video and even many previous videos before, there's a reason why viewers come to me for the most exclusive takes on what's going on behind bars for every hot true crime story. Just like there is a reason why Morgan & Morgan is America's largest injury law firm. Now, they're a firm with over 1,000 attorneys, and that's because they win a lot. And as someone who takes pride in the fact that I deliver exclusive scoops and updates before the mainstream media, a lot, and I get there first, a lot, I relate with Morgan & Morgan. In the past few months, for example, a client in Florida received $12 million. This is Keep in mind, after the insurance company offered a settlement of $350,000. Again, in Pennsylvania, a client was awarded $26 million, which, by the way, was 40 times the insurer's settlement offer. Even if you think your case is not worth millions, why not just start a claim and fight for what you deserve at least? Because Morgan & Morgan makes it very, very easy. You can start a claim. You can do it on your phone. Just a few clicks on your phone right now. You can start it. If you're injured, you can go ahead and easily start your claim at forthepeople.com/jumpsuit by clicking the link below or by scanning the QR code right here on screen. It's that simple.
Bible, Bible, Bible. And just
Bible. Yes, that's the book for me. I got caught in my cell with a half ton of cheese. The Bible.
they don't stop. And then the one girl next to me who keeps calling me a dumb bitch because I asked her to not swing from my bed to get off of her bed, I said, it's just a disruption. The whole bed shakes. And I've had to rewrite things. I can't concentrate on this motion that I'm writing and everything. I'm a nonstop dumb bitch. And then, like, everybody turns around and looks, and there's 81 other girls that turn around and look, and they're like, and then they laugh and clap and fist bump and chest bump and all this other stuff when somebody's mean to me.
Awesome.
So it's a group effort.
That's awesome. It's honestly, I love that. I love it. This is great news. This is good news. This is great news. This is feel good content right here. This is wholesome. I love to know that you're going through that, and the entire cell block can like unify over their disgust of you. You freaking loser. You cheesy little doofus.
I can't ask my neighbor anymore for her deodorant because she's running out of it, and I'm being claimed that I use it all.
Ma'am,
So now-
why are you... You're complaining that your neighbor doesn't want you slathering up your cheese pits with her deodorant? That's a complaint? Oh my God. How about you use your own?
I really officially have no deodorant. So what I did today was I used a bar of soap and I just rubbed it under my armpits really good when it was wet.
Yeah, welcome to jail life. It's what a lot of people have to do.
Jesus. Well,
It's called consequences for your crimes of
we got to focus on
killing someone. That's what happens. You know, things start to suck, believe it or not.
is let's just get this thing done.
Please.
That'll certainly help things.
Please.
Then we can kind of focus on everything else. I'm sorry you're dealing with that. That's really, really hard. And doesn't, as if you're not dealing with enough stuff. I mean, empathy for
I think it's funny, all those names that you're being called. What about the video you recorded and all the names you were calling George while he was in the suitcase? What about how cruel and condescending and passive aggressive and just high and mighty your tone was the entire time you were talking to this man while you zipped him in a suitcase and he was pleading for his life, and you recorded him sitting on the couch drinking your little glass of wine, all the things, all the names you called him, all the cruel things you said to him. Why would you think anyone gives a crap about that same thing coming right back at you in jail? Well, there you go. You reap what you sow.
been there. They've been in this situation, right?
Oh no, I had asked one of the mean girls, believe me, listen, this is me being humble. I asked one of the mean girls, I said, what is it that I'm doing wrong? And she goes, you're fresh meat. We're going to tear you apart, and then walked off.
You're fresh cheese. You're fresh cheese. We're going to tear you apart and put you on our sandwich. You're going to compliment the bologna so well. Ma'am?
She said what?
That I'm fresh meat, and that they're going to tear me apart, and then walked off.
Fresh meat. More like spoiled meat, but yeah, go ahead.
And And then I get
I get
made
it.
fun of for being on my bed all the time. So it's just I'm damned if I do and I'm damned if I don't.
Yeah.
I mean, what are you supposed to do?
Overcome the circumstances.
Get tough, start beating people up. And get beat up until you learn how to not get beat up, and then start beating people up, and then people will finally leave you alone. Welcome to your new life. Welcome to your new future and the rest of your life. That's the reality. You better start going now. Put you a couple blocks of cheese in a sock and start swinging that thing.
And believe in God. And that's what I'm doing. And I have friends like you. You don't understand. Just to hear your voice is a comfort. You don't understand.
I hear you, Sarah. You just gotta kind of, I mean, you don't have a choice, right? Like, you just gotta, like, pay them no mind, and the friends that you have there, just stick around them, stay close to them. As much as anybody gives you shit or gives you stuff, just do your best to ignore it. Just keep focused on doing what you're doing.
What do you mean, friends? Who was her friend in that? Chuck E. Cheese? What friends? Chester Cheetah?
And just kind of take heart, knowing that you're you got things you're working on, and you're not just sitting there and watching the paint peel.
Mentally, like this is.
I don't know. I mean, some point, stand up for yourself. You're a human being, and you deserve to be treated with respect, and don't be well, I guess that's easy for me to say. Don't be scared to stand up for yourself, but
Easier said than done in here.
Yeah, I bet.
One girl held up her pinky finger and said, "This is you," and then she said, "Now look at me." She said, "You don't have a chance." Get that? Well, she does drugs on her bed every day. The things I could tell you, just.
While she does drugs on her bed every day. Ma'am, aren't you an alcoholic and you're like 40 years old and you play hide and seek? You get so drunk you play hide and seek in your house? What do we And honestly, I don't believe that. That sounds like something out of a bad movie. She held up a pinky finger and said, "This is you. And this is me. You're a pinky finger to me." I think she was trying to tell you something else about what she wanted to do with that pinky finger. Never mind. We're not going to go there. This is family-friendly channel. Let's continue.
All I can say is thank you foremost for doing this pretrial statement for me. And this has taken a lot out of me, and it's not over yet. Remember, still, I have to go back to county and hope that I walk back with some dollars in my pockets and my son in my arms. So I'm going to work on finishing this last little bit, please, and I'm going to send it to you. Please, God, we got to get it out this weekend, okay?
We can do it. We got it. I'm on it.
When are you guys going to come see me?
I'm really gunning for the first week in August. Would that be okay with you?
Listen, I'm with you guys. I go to this trial supposedly on August 25th. So whatever it is, however it is you guys need to do it, then that's fine. Just...
Okay.
I'm not breathing down your neck. It's just
No, you need to see a friendly face. I mean, you have some people that you're fairly close with?
I wouldn't say close with. When I do go outside for the 5 minutes that they peel the tablet out of my hand, I go walk around outside with them. They talk about the same things, and, it's just predictable, nonsense, but, it's just people that at least I feel somewhat comfortable to walk around with. So it's just very difficult for me to find any type of association or connection with a lot of these people in here. That's what makes it difficult also.
Ah, yes, you're too intellectual to connect with these miscreants. Let me tell you something. The reason she's having such a hard time, there's been more notorious people who have done more infamous, awful, notorious things, even just, women inmates. And they have gotten along just fine in women's prisons. Women's prisons on average are much, significantly less violent and deadly than men's prisons. Women's prisons, as you can imagine, are very cliquey, very social interaction oriented. Okay. That just goes to show you, I mean, the same reason that she finds a way to fire 12 lawyers and just finds a problem with everyone. And even the people who got their hand, the people we're listening to her talk to on these phone calls, they're trying to make a documentary about how Sarah Boone is innocent. And they only have so many phone calls because after so many phone calls, Sarah Boone found a problem with them and cut them off and quit talking to them. And so they pretty much recouped their losses and investment into her by releasing these onto the internet on Patreon, first on YouTube to try to get paid for the views. And then they scrubbed YouTube because people were, like me, were taking the calls and reacting to them, and put it on Patreon behind a paywall to just try to get any type of money behind it. Point is, people who were going out of their way, investing time and money and effort into making a whole documentary about how she's innocent to free her, she found a problem with. And just parted ways. She has no social skills. And when you're in a place, like she said, you're with 80 something other women. When you go in there and we have seen you constantly are the victim. I'm the victim. People are always doing things to me. And then you say things that contradict the thing you just said before the thing you just said. And just, you make no sense. And just, oh my gosh, all this fake crying and fake emotion and just, oh, woe is me. Everyone's getting me and I'm just such a victim. And that doesn't really go over well socially. And jail is all about, when you're in a cell block, it is all about how well you are able to function socially. She has zero skills, and so she is failing. She's even becoming a laughingstock, a clown, a target. Yes, I do believe, they are targeting you and bullying you and making fun of you. It's funny to them. It's entertaining. It makes their time go by. They are entertaining themselves by torturing you because you are such a little doofus and so insufferable. And that doesn't just happen to it's not because you're new. It's not because you're fresh meat. The baddest motherfucker in the world could walk into jail and technically they'd be fresh meat, but I bet you, I bet you they're not going to get messed with, and I bet you they're going to make friends real quick and everybody's going to embrace them and be real nice to them because they're dangerous and they're capable and they know what they're doing and they know how to navigate through this social structure. It's not about being new. She's just an idiot and she's very unlikable. It's very, very hard to like her. She's full of herself. She's a narcissist. She's the victim always. It's just, so everything in the world working against her. And I don't blame those 81 inmates for hating her.
Just,
it's just my take.
It's very disheartening that I don't relate to anybody.
Well, just keep staying true.
If you don't relate to it's very disheartening that I don't relate to anybody. If you're in a cell block with almost 100 people and you are saying you don't relate to anybody, I don't think 99 other people are the problem. I think probably, most likely you're the problem. You're one person. Out of 99 people, you can't relate to anyone, and yet 99 people hate you. You're the problem. You're insufferable.
To yourself, don't fall into those traps.
I'm not. So just know that I'm always going to be a blinding beacon. So everybody will definitely know that it's me when you see the bright light. So just know that. And
what?
I will be a different person when this pre-trial statement is done and I get a chance to see you guys. So I'm beyond words grateful for you guys, and I know that we have our run-ins and short fuses, and I don't want you to get sick of me, and I don't want to get sick of you guys, but it's just like,
Spoiler alert, she will after 6 more phone calls.
I'm going to be honest with you. Like, I feel like I'm, like, I don't know, just you can't get rid of me kind of thing. That's what I feel like.
So I'm here for you. We're gonna keep knocking this out. So just
I'm gonna get well, it's not yours, but I'm gonna get these awful additions to you between today and tomorrow. So please keep an eye out. And if you don't mind, please, I'll call you sometime in the afternoon or early evening tomorrow to make sure you got everything and everything's all right.
okay.
Is that okay with you?
Yeah, it's great. Give me a shout.
I'm hugging you through the phone, okay?
All right.
I'm hugging you through the phone. Please don't. Get your hands off me through the phone. Get your phone hands off me now.
Inmate at the Orange County Corrections.
You there?
Yep, I'm here.
Okay, thank you. That was my free phone call that we get on Sundays, and it's only 5 minutes, so
Okay.
thank you for your patience. I don't remember what I was saying. Oh, the letters. So anybody who I had asked, I told them to send it to you, to send it to James, and to send it to. But I don't know if they did all of that. And I was just going to, if I had to triple make sure that it was there between the 3 of you guys, I was going to just do that. And
Okay.
James is notorious for losing things, or I don't know if you know, but we had to send things to him hundreds of times. Are you even able to just like print stuff out and hand it to
Yeah, one time I gave him a grilled cheese and he lost it. Can you believe it?
him when we're in the courtroom? Like, remember, James is supposed to be here today. I don't know what he's doing. He's not answering his phone to this present moment. I tried calling him 3 times between yesterday evening and today, so I don't know when he's supposed to even be here. But my goal, yes, if you would like for me to call you around 1 o'clock, I can do that.
Yeah.
And I wanted to find out, too, are you going to track his ass down tomorrow, considering that you're here, to introduce yourself and to say what's going on?
I think it's funny, it's not like people can call a jail and talk to an inmate. So when an inmate calls you, you have to catch it right then and there. If you don't and you miss the call, you cannot call that number back and talk to that inmate. Okay, it's just one way. It's one way. And you have to catch that person right at the opportune moment for them to answer the call. Think about how many times a day you going through your normal life, if someone in jail wanted to call you and you either caught it when they were calling for 20 seconds, like you have a 20-second window, you either catch it or you don't. And if you don't catch it, and then 2 minutes later, you check your phone and you're like, oh man, I just missed their call. You can't call them back. That inmate has to call back. You're crapping on this guy because, I called him within a 36-hour time period. I called him 3 times. He could have been on a date with his wife. He could have been in the movie theater with his phone silenced. He could have been at work. He could have been doing anything better than talking to you. And this is like that's the threshold it takes for her to fire a lawyer, we're seeing it right now. That's how easy it is for her. Ridiculous. And she wonders why she's not getting along with anyone in jail.
Wait for him in the courtroom afterwards to let him know, and I'm going to tell him, please go introduce yourself. And
Try and talk to him and see if he had a minute where I can, figure out what the hell's going on with the family law thing and everything else.
Yes, and while you are in his face, I totally please take advantage of his time, because other than this, once I'm sentenced, it's peace out, so.
Yeah.
Yep, 100%.
Goodbye.
Okay, and yes.
How are you feeling? Are you nervous, or what's going on in your head?
I'm not really nervous, to be honest with you. I am very confident, especially with the amount of people that I have coming to represent me, either in a letter, an email, or in person.
Spoiler alert. She loses in every possible way.
I wanted to talk to you for a moment about my statement and what you sent me information-wise in regards to how the judge could cut me off or interrupt me.
Mm-hmm.
The case relevance to my case. I'm going to talk about forgiveness of George Torres' family, social media, my 3 prior attorneys, both judges, the jury and myself, the prosecutor and the detectives. So I didn't know if that was too much or whatever, but I read it to Lana, and she was freaking floored and said, don't be afraid of the judge and just keep doing it, because if he does interrupt you, then it's going to be an appellate issue. But I don't want him to stop me in the middle of it, and, I'm on, on the flow, like getting it, and then him say, you can't read that any longer.
On
so I'm
flow.
starting off with, it's forgiveness, okay? It's forgiveness. So I'm forgiving, first off, George Torres. And I'm forgiving him for, beating, spitting, raping, beating, all of that. I'm forgiving him for all of that, okay? But nothing actually came and brought to light in my actual case, so I made a list of some of the things that he had done to me, and I was forgiving him for.
And let me guess, next you'll forgive yourself for murdering him. Because you could have just called the police and got him arrested and left him. He did all this stuff to you. And yet you're running around drinking wine, eating broccoli and cheddar soup, playing hide and seek with this man. After he R-worded you, spit on you, beat you. So you killed him.
Okay.
Okay.
My second one is going to be, I forgive his family for not intervening, for helping and knowing who he was and what he did, and to throw out there also about Pharrell stabbing the mother of his baby in the side of his head, which, talks about the violence in their family. I mean, it's a split-second blip on the radar. And then I was going to forgive social media for their insensitivity and,
Do you hear that, guys? She forgives us. She forgives social media. She forgives me. I guess that includes me. She forgives us for laughing at her little being bullied in jail. She forgives us. It's all okay. Trust me, guys. Don't leave any hate comments. She forgives us.
How I am, where I am, and who they have depicted me
She
as.
forgives every one of you.
Forgive them for that. And then I was going to forgive the judge for making me pro se, for keeping me when I was down, for, not listening, and basically that's what it is. And then I was going to write, and then I wrote about the detectives and their trickery and coercion and, why didn't they take the bloody pillowcase of mine? Why didn't they take the butcher knife and the garden claw? Why didn't they do anything like that? So I'm forgiving them for that. And then,
probably because it's irrelevant. I mean, all that really matters is that he got in a suitcase and you zipped him up and he died in the suitcase. I don't know what a pillowcase and a garden claw has to do with that. So that's probably why, just to give you a good guess.
And the prosecutor, I was forgiving him for his errors during the...
Oh, man, your forgiveness is just so valuable. Are you Jesus Christ? No. She's Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ. Oh, man, we are so blessed to have the forgiveness. Do you hear that, social media? All of us, we're forgiven for not supporting Sarah Boone, Beelzebub.
Trial to cause confusion and dysfunction to the jury, which equaled them giving me the sentence that they did. And then the jury I was going to forgive for not understanding and being confused and being hungry and away from their family for 2 weeks, in full capacity. And I feel that it was a brash.
Ma'am, you were the one who was hungry. You were craving cheese. I think they ate before they came to court. They have the freedom to do that. I don't think they were hungry. They were a little hungry, so they decided to find me guilty.
Rushed decision, and I forgive them for that. And I understand about them being away from their family for 2 weeks and everything else. So, and then I was going to forgive my...
Ma'am, they could have hurried up and found you not guilty. If they're away from their families, they want to get back to their families. They're hungry. They want to go get food. They chained them up in a dungeon to where and didn't feed them until they came to a verdict. So that's why they found me. They could have just as quickly and just for the same reasons. I'm hungry. I want to see my family. Let's go ahead and find her not guilty and get out of here. They could have found you not guilty. They found you guilty. So what are you talking about?
For not standing up for myself sooner, for not, defending myself, not fighting for myself, not doing any of that sooner. So I didn't know if this was too much, if I was going out of my boundaries. And I don't know if I
Look, I mean, the judge will do whatever he wants, but as long as it's said in a way that it's not
It's
contemptuous.
smart-ass and condescending.
Maybe what you could do is you could like prioritize it so that the ones that you want to say the most are like in order. So this way, if he does shut you down, then at least you got the ones out that you wanted to say, you know?
Okay, yes, and thank you for your feedback, but my thing is...
Yeah.
Okay, yes, I'm asking you, an expert, your advice on what I should do. And now you, an expert, are giving me your expert advice on what I should do. So anyways, screw all that. Thanks for your feedback, but... You can't make it up. First off,
it's not what you think it is.
ma'am, I don't think your haircut is what you think it is. It's hideous, and you think it's not. So that's first off.
It may be after I read it to you. So maybe at 1 o'clock, if you had 15 minutes, or maybe another phone call, I would like to read it to you. Okay.
Okay. Yeah, that would be great.
But my thing is, though, it's a professional fuck you. Excuse me. It's a professional fuck you.
Yeah.
And
how dare you?
I don't want him in the middle of it to say, what does this have relevance to my case? And it is my case. My entire, every detail that I'm giving to you right now, as everyone on the face of the planet knows, this is part of my case, not just specific case details. The specific case details are specific case details because of how I got to that point. So there's a lot and everything that is involved in my case, which is what I'm trying to let the judge know.
Food for thought. Can you imagine, just a little bit of cheese for thought. Can you imagine George having, and I'm not saying he was perfect, because he wasn't, because I am, from the police reports and arrests, I am sure that I do believe it would, it's double-sided. I believe she abused him, and I believe he abused her. It was an abusive relationship on both ends. And that's not okay from either end. That's not okay from her, and that's not okay from him. That being said, can you imagine, just set that to the side. Can you imagine being George or any man or any family member or just any person in her life and trying to have a conversation or a debate or an argument with her? She is just strapped to the gills, like, with excuses and just, she could be talking to a professional, like a prestigious lawyer, and she's going to tell him about how, yeah, I get what you're saying, but let me tell you a little something about how the law works. Like, so insufferable. Like, oh my gosh, like, oh gosh. I see why what happened.
And I'm forgiving everybody. I'm making another copy and I'm mailing it to him, or I was going to hand deliver it to him in the courtroom.
She's forgiven everybody. It's cool. She's forgiven everybody.
I mean, I was going to have this said one way or another.
Who cares? We don't care. We don't care if you forgive us. We don't care if you hate us. We don't care if you condemn us. We don't give a crap about... You think we care about... Who cares about your forgiveness? You're a killer. You're a drunk murderer. Like, you recorded yourself drunkenly berating a man who was dying of oxygen deprivation in a suitcase you zipped him in, and laughed about it. And you pushed him down the steps in the suitcase. You think we care about your... Oh, I forgive people for making mean tweets. Ma'am, forgive your barber for giving you that haircut. That's where you start.
I don't want to bother Lana quite yet because it's too early for her.
Yep.
I mean, what... I mean, am I wrong? Tell me, is this supposed to be...
Yeah, you're wrong. Yes, you are.
This happened. I love George. Tears, all this... I mean, is that what it's supposed to be, and that's what everybody's expecting?
Is that your script? Mention that you love George. Cue the tears, tears, tears. Try to make them come on. If you can't, go ahead and squeeze a couple eye drops in your eyes. Tears, tears, tears. Drama, drama, drama. convince the jury, and scene.
To say?
I just don't know how much of an impact it really has. That's probably what he wants to hear. I personally doubt that it's going to have much of an impact on what his final sentencing is. Not going to happen.
So one of my things, the only part that I'm kind of concerned about is, okay, I'm telling you this now, it's in your face, hardcore, point blank between your eyes. That's what Lana said. So my thing is, though, like, in regards to relevancy, you know, in one of them, I'm forgiving Bankowitz and Hobson and Cashman for taking $46,000 of the JAC money, precious money, to help aid indigent defendants like myself. So I don't want him to say what relevancy does that have to do with anything. Well, it's part of my case, and it's what I've had to live through.
Well, did they take $46,000 specifically for your case, or just?
It's part of what I've had to live through. What about what George didn't live through? Imagine being zipped in a suitcase and begging and pleading for hours as you slowly lose oxygen. And this ugly, turkey, unsalted chicken thigh looking woman is sitting there recording you, swirling her little glass of wine around that she got from Publix, running her mouth as you lose your life. Nobody cares. Nobody cares. You suck. Go to prison. You did what you did. Eat it. Live with it. Look at your little stupid, little thin, little mouth. Your little thin mouth. That looks photoshopped, honestly, and it's not. What's crazy is that this frown on her face is not photoshopped. This is real. Have you ever seen, like, how does a human being's mouth even make that motion? It's honestly a bit disturbing. Look at it. It's just.
Yes. So all of them went and boo-hooed to the justice system, somebody, and they ended up having a hearing just for me, and supposedly how awful and monstrous and just how terrible I was, and they all asked for $15,000, and Cashman asked for $16,108. So it's all of the shit that they lied about, and then they, in my opinion, robbed the JAC and robbed me of my, precious dollars. Just read it to you at 1 o'clock.
Okay, read it to me at 1 o'clock.
I hope you have a super day, and I will talk to you here in a little while regardless. Okay?
All right, call me at 1. Bye-bye.
Thank you.
An inmate.
Yeah, all right, I'm done listening. Get, please, ma'am, just stop. Shut up. I'm out of here. See you tomorrow. Oh my gosh, I've listened all I can listen to today. Oh my gosh, she is insufferable. I genuinely hate her. Tune in next time. We got like 4 more calls to do, so we'll keep it going. Until then, I will see you next time.
Sarah Boone's suitcase murder is one of the wildest true crime cases out there. In 2020, she zipped her boyfriend, George Torres Jr., inside a suitcase, claiming it was just a drunken game of hide and seek. But her own phone told the real story, George gasping for air, begging to be let out while she laughed and mocked him. Now she's convicted and spending the rest of her life in prison, and this case has people questioning just how twisted someone can be. In this jail call, we hear Sarah Boone cry like a baby fighting for alimony in prison. Will Baby Bell Sarah ever take accountability? Let's find out on this episode of The Delusions of Sarah Boone.
An inmate at a Florida Department of Corrections institution.
Hey, Sarah.
Hey, sorry, I just got back literally like 5 minutes ago, and I wanted to try and get a chance to call you.
Oh,
okay?
Yeah, I'm good. What's going on? You all right?
Just
What's that?
outside the real world for like however many hours, and it's just heartbreaking.
You what? Say it again, Sarah. What happened?
Nothing. I'm fine. Just I was out in the real world in a real car and saw like fast food places and just life happening, and just it's very frustrating. So I just don't feel like walking out and crying all the time. Just I don't know how much more of this I can take. so I don't know when they could do my surgery. They think it'll be months, so I don't know.
They don't know when they can do the surgery. Okay. How does that? Who does the scheduling? The hospital or the jail, or they do it together?
Well, it has to be approved by Tallahassee, which means that, the surgeon told me everything, exactly what's going to happen, and then he said he has to send it to Tallahassee, and Tallahassee has to approve it, and it can take up to 7 months to a year, so I don't know. It's just another thing with a question mark over my head to worry about, so.
Okay.
And then they moved me out of the dorm, so I'm really stressing about that.
They moved you out of the place you got moved to?
No, they will, though, when I have my surgery.
Oh, you won't be.
Listen, I have to tell you this on top of everything else. Like, my pretrial is May 28th, 60 days from when I originally did all of this. So I have to wait 60 more days. Still hasn't put in the application. And it's killing me. Like, it's killing me. That he won't put the application in.
But he doesn't. Does he have to or no? Because you put the contempt in, and then they put a continuance in.
What are you talking about? I'm talking about my son's visitation application to come see me.
Right, but I know that he's stopped following his modification.
Say anywhere, though, that I'm not allowed to see him, and phone calls and everything. There's nothing like that in there. It's just stupid alimony and just, like...
I thought that, didn't he say that he wants full custody and to end all your custody rights? Which would then change all the visitation?
That doesn't change visitation. It's his choice. Nothing's been set in stone, and he won't let me see my son, and I swear to God, like, he better hope he doesn't ever see me in person, because this is really killing me. And I just want to see him, and wants to see me really bad, and just... I'm really going crazy. Like, I really am going crazy. Really going crazy.
Why does it say we only have 1 minute?
Because it's my stupid 5-minute free phone call that I didn't know about, and otherwise I would have given to somebody. So, just...
Can you call me back?
I have to wait 30 minutes.
Okay, well, give me a call back in 30 minutes. Sorry, I hate hearing you like this. But just remember, it's going to pass. And, there's going to be brighter days. You're going to have days like this, and it's okay to be sad.
Walk around crying all the time.
I can't.
Going out of my mind. Call you back at 30. Don't let it hang up on us, okay?
Okay, you got it. Bye-bye.
Hello, this is a prepaid call from...
Sarah? Yes, I have been transferred to the Annex. ANNEX.
Okay.
I'm in P1, Papa Dorm. Tell them Papa Dorm, P1. My bunk number is... And if I can tell you this, because I feel that I can, I think you very much try to understand where I'm coming from. So, like, this whole thing with and not paying me alimony, and I want you to know, like, it's like I'm in this fabulous dorm and everything, but I just have nothing in my drawer but rust and the old newspapers that the previous girl left. And if be paying me something, or at least, just something, I would have something in my drawer, and it's just, like, out of $61,000, I'm supposed to settle for what he's trying to throw at me or nothing? Like, I could have been living comfortably.
Yeah.
Being, like, shaky and, dysfunctional and just...
Have you thought about sending him a letter and him and his attorney and saying, hey...
I'm not doing that. I'm not surrendering ever.
Okay. All right. If it were, Sarah, like... Yeah, and I'm not trying to persuade you one way or the other. I'm just being your friend and telling you kind of what I think. I would be concerned that you could go through this trial and you could walk away with nothing.
What do I have now? Hey, what do I have now?
That trial is going to cost him a lot of time and a lot of money. So.
And they're trying to throw me out of $61,000, $6,000. $6,000 out of $61,000.
How do you know that number?
Because it's in the amended supplicated whatever it is.
What do you think you would settle for?
I don't know. I don't have a crystal ball. I know he's a piece of shit, and he's bitter, and he's angry, and he's sad that he has to live an adult male life now. But I don't know. I don't even know. He never even would try to explain to me the $6,000 and the number that it came up from that.
I mean, does it hurt? I mean, if you came up with a number, like say if he said 6,000. So if you went back and said, no, I want 12,000 or 20,000, right? And I know that's, I'm just throwing that number out there. Let's just say you said, yes, I would take 20,000 to not have to deal with this and have definitive security for the foreseeable future till I can get out of here, right? I mean, I don't see how it could hurt by just sending him a note, and I could also send it to his attorney saying, hey, look, we're asking,
It's still the same thing. It's still the same thing. What you're trying to do is you're trying to get me to surrender. And
I'm not trying to get you to surrender. I'm just saying, like, it doesn't hurt you to ask for what you would.
That's what mediation is for, and that's what I was trying to do. So
right, but they're not giving you mediation. So all I'm suggesting is, do you need a mediator? You don't need a mediator to send him a letter and just say, hey, look, I don't want to go through this. You shouldn't have to go through it either. Because it's been through enough. We've been through enough. Save your money on the lawyers, and this is what I'm willing to settle for. But if you don't want to do it, that's
okay.
Just
hold on one second. I know, and I'm being respectful of what you're telling me. I understand. It's constructive criticism, and my ears are open. But my thing is, you weren't on the call with me for the hearing, but, they make it seem like is standing there, with his gnawing on the tips of his fingertips with tears in his eyes streaming down his face, settled, worried out of his mind, and, just a blob of, insecurity and sadness. What does know about any of this? Is not in any of this. That's why I don't understand why people keep bringing up. He's got nothing to do with it. He just does what Dad tells him to do and then calls it done. Brett just asks if he can come see Mom. Why haven't you filled out my application? And his response always is, I'll get to it when I get to it. So if anybody's doing anything to him, it's if he throws his crumbs and his peanuts at me, ain't gonna make nothing different.
Whether knows it or not, it's just it's kind of neither here nor there. It's I was just saying that as a way to kind of say, like, how would you approach them? And that would be the way to approach them, is to say, like, the way I would put it is like, that money and time that we'd be spending on a trial should be going toward our son.
You do realize that his parents have furnished fully this entire everything, including his attorney, right? It's not a cent out of his back pocket. He works a part-time job, if he has a job at all ever, because of the phenomenal amount of money that he has.
And
he's destitute, right? And he's destitute. And he's working 3 jobs, and he wants to make sure that Lucas is put on a pedestal and treated like the young man that he is. It's a bunch of shit.
That's not the only argument. The other argument is they're saying, like, you don't need it.
Right.
And your argument is, well,
I could have had my car. I could have had my effing storage in it. I was thinking of which, before I forget, please, did you get my durable power of attorney yet?
I have not received that yet, no.
You checked your mail?
Yeah.
Okay. And then also, I was thinking about this shackled and in pain from my wrist. You should see my wrists, how cut up they are from them putting the damn handcuffs on me for 8 hours too long. What am I supposed to do? What am I supposed to do for this financial affidavit? What am I supposed to do? Because I'm the one who tried to initiate it, and it seems like it was. And so now, how do I do my part and make sure that he's doing his? The judge ordered both of us to submit a financial affidavit.
Oh, okay. Well, I think your financial affidavit is basically just saying exactly what you have. It's just basically saying.
There's an actual legal document for it. We had to do it during my divorce.
Okay. Well, I mean, that's probably pretty simple thing to find online. And the short answer for you is going to be a bunch of zeros, right? I mean, you don't have anything.
But my thing is, so too, something that the judge is supposed to supply, like when is he submitting his? Like, this is how it's very difficult for me, and it makes me so anxiety-filled frustration, is it's something where, somebody needs to instruct me on how to do this, and, like, how will I know when Brian submitted his? Can you go on the clerk of the court's website and see at least what's been submitted? I mean, I know, hopefully people can't open them like you, and I believe you could because you're my durable power of attorney, but can you see what's been filed? Like, if he submitted it, I'm going to do it today, if not tomorrow. But you have to understand, I have no stamps. And when I tell you, I have old newspapers and rust in my drawer. I have nothing. to even trade somebody. But nonetheless, so you can see me. Like,
Yeah,
I
totally.
need something in my life, or otherwise I'm going to go effing insane. I can't explain it to you, and I'm really trying to keep it together. But after today, and a taste of what real life is out there, and to see everybody, and, you know, functioning normally and everything, it's very difficult for me, and I'm trying very hard to keep it together.
But what did you see? You saw, like, people walking around?
Everything.
Yeah.
Traffic, you know, people working. The office that I was in was like the office that I worked at. And I was thinking that I could do all of this that the one girl was doing. And just, it's, you know.
What hospital?
What hospital? It was a doctor's office. Oh, can you look him up for me? His name is Seaborn Hunt. Just sometime when you have 5 minutes, just look him on the internet to see if he's got semi-decent reviews. Please. His name is Seaborn. First name is Seaborn. His last name is Hunt. H-U-N-T.
That's a pretty cool name.
And I have to tell you too, like, everything reminds me of, like, everything reminds me of, it's like the devil, man. It's just, like, everything reminds me of, so it's just, you know what it is? It's like, has to go in his room away from in order to talk to me. And then yesterday, I called and we had a really good conversation. And he's like, Mom, call me back in 30 minutes. So then my stupid self called back in 30 minutes and nobody answered. So I called and then I called and I called and I called for like 6 hours afterwards. And nobody answered. So, like, I don't know what's going on or why they did that, but I'm pretty sure, like, you know, you don't have to answer the phone. So it's a lot. This is encouraging him that he doesn't have to answer the phone, so he didn't over a 6-hour period. You guys don't get it when I tell you this, and I'm so tired, and God bless you. I'm so fucking tired of I told you so moments. I know how vindictive and vicious is and can be, especially with money and parents and resources behind him. So I know that this is what he's doing. He's probably encouraging, so just don't pick the phone up. You know you don't have to. There's nothing she can do about it. You don't understand how vindictive is.
Yeah.
The things that he has said to me on the phone, the things that he has said to me on the phone in front of how he used to make me feel when I was married to him, his entire family. And now I'm in prison, where they can all clap and do backflips and double high-five each other. God, he spent $2,000 on a fucking bidet. Do you understand that? Because he can't wipe his ass properly, he bought a bidet. And then nonetheless, his bathroom was so filthy, he put it in the bathroom. And I'll never forget, like, Mom, I hate that he uses my bathroom when he has his own bathroom and won't clean it, and nonetheless bought a bidet that hated. $2,000 on a bidet, but couldn't pay me alimony? Not even $25. Hell, give me 15, just throw me something. But he got a bidet. And then told me about it.
How much does his parents give him a year?
Between $250,000 and $500,000.
A year? How does that?
Why do you think I stayed married to him for so long?
How does that money come?
Stocks and bonds.
He's gonna have to.
It's old money. Why do you think I've been seriously adamant about this financial affidavit and then his bank statement for the last 5 years of everything that he paid for? Unless he has an $8,800 Uber Eats credit card that almost pushed him into bankruptcy. Do you understand that also? Uber Eats.
But how is he?
$1,000.
But Sarah, how is he getting $250,000 and $500,000 a year, and he's getting pushed into bankruptcy? That doesn't make any sense.
Because he lied in the marital, whatever the fuck it is, and then threw whatever $10,000, $12,000 at my ass to buy me out of the house, and then for the $330,000 that we spent, he got $500,000, $600,000 for it, and then had to get a whole other mortgage on the new house that they're living in now. All of this, everything that he did, he got double and triple the amount of money of things. And then ended up getting a new car, got all new everything, got the new house, got everything. He's got like $4,000 in Nintendo shit. Like, you don't understand.
Yeah.
Buys.
Right. Some pretty big windfalls with the equity in the house. He's got his parents who are giving, you said, around $250,000 to $500,000 a year. But at the same time, he's also filing for bankruptcy. How is that even possible?
This was something that Lana told me, I don't know, however many years ago, but she even forwarded it to me on my tablet at county, where it stated that, I don't know if it was bankruptcy, but it was something where he was, the creditors were after him over an almost $9,000 credit card with nothing but Uber Eats on it.
Maybe his parents have stopped supporting him.
I don't know. I just know that he's got $2,000 to spend on the bidet, $2,000 to buy plane tickets for a trip that they never took, $4,000 in, Nintendo stuff and VR, and, they go to movies and they go out to eat all the time. Just, they're living large. They're living large, okay? Can you ask, I don't know, who's the regular attorney? Can you ask, is this something that the court furnishes, or how do I submit this?
But Sarah, like a financial affidavit is basically just it's a financial statement that you give to the court saying.
I know what it is. I had to do one for the divorce. I don't care what form it is. I just want to make sure that I want to submit what it is that I'm supposed to submit. And if there's a time frame on it, when is he supposed to submit his? I know there's no way that we're supposed to be waiting 60 damn days for this to be submitted, for her to review it and then say, okay, now what? And then have pretrial what? He's trying to push pretrial or trial like 2 or 3 days afterwards.
Mm. A huge help here would be if we could get the judge to appoint you an attorney.
I'll trade in my life. Do you understand? Listen, I will trade in my life for the rest of it. Whatever I need to do, please, God, see if you can get me an attorney. I'm pregnant. Just please.
Yeah. So I think what we need to do is we need to ask the judge for the court's help.
Is it like a secret where, they don't just, they don't offer it because they don't want to pay for it? Or like, I don't understand why nothing's been done for me or anyone else in the past. And please, 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 if you've got your pen and paper or whatever it is, please write down, please, and then please find out about this financial affidavit. Like, I want to make sure that, how am I supposed to get mine?
You have 1 minute remaining.
Just dog your page, bookmark it, or whatever you do on your computer, and I'll call you tomorrow too.
All right, Sarah.
I'm just stressed out of my mind. Okay? I know you guys are too.
I know. Keep your head up.
Thought you tell these niggas shut the fuck up. I got drunk and locked myself inside a suitcase. I was looking for the goddamn toothpaste. Sarah Boone is my first mate. That's my first mistake. Yeah, this life she takes. We was both so tipsy. I was screaming out, baby, unzip me, yeah. She was saying, please don't hit me. Baby, I can't breathe, baby, I can't breathe. You could've let me out, you were just sitting there, drinking on another beer. Yeah, you ain't never cared. Even all these lawyers trying to see the real you. Think about the shit, bitch, I could've killed you, but I didn't. Drunk emotions that I only felt for a minute. I didn't mean to hurt you, baby, I just wanna hit it. But I would never kill you or take you out the picture. I packed myself to heaven and you was the one delivered. Let's talk about the Sarah with the messed up liver. Let's talk about the Sarah that is a bad sister. Let's talk about the Sarah that be staying so spoiled. That's why she can't keep a man or a damn lawyer. I got drunk and locked myself inside a suitcase. I was looking for the goddamn toothpaste. Sarah Boone is my first mate. That's my first mistake. Yeah, this life she takes. We was both so tipsy. I was screaming out, baby, unzip me, yeah. She was saying, please don't hit me. Baby, I can't breathe, baby, I can't breathe.
Sarah Boone gets officially sent to her new home, Lowell Correction Institution. After refusing to take a deal for a lesser sentence, Sarah Boone will be in prison for the rest of her life. But before that chilling night, where Sarah put her boyfriend George Torres in a suitcase.
I can't breathe, babe.
That's on you.
Sarah Boone was just the girl next door. All of the people that was in Sarah's life has now came forward and shared their experiences with Sarah. Looking at pictures, you can see the transformation from American sweetheart to villain. In 1992, Nickelodeon premiered a new game show for kids called Nick Arcade. Hosted by Phil Moore, the show consists of 2 teams of contestants played 2 initial trivia rounds, with the winning team advancing to the video zone to play against the virtual video game wizard of the day. It gave the feel like you were inside the video game. Now, this show ended up getting canceled, and it only aired 2 seasons, but can you guess who was a contestant on this game show? Yes, no other than Baby Belle Boone herself.
Your partner there, Sarah, likes to hang out at the mall. Now, what do you do while you're just hanging at the mall, Sarah?
Well, check out guys and spend money.
Check out the dudes and spend the cash. Your cash or like parents' cash?
Mine.
Oh, okay, well, good. Red team.
Zebra, zip code, and zipper.
Sarah was accompanied with her brother, John Tyler Paulson, now a registered sex offender. Sarah and John ended up winning this game show, and what they won was ring pops and an old boombox from the 90s. Sarah is now at one of the largest women prisons in the country. She will be joining Daria DiPolito and Catherine McBanua on Who Could Be the Most Evil Bitch in Florida.
So if you've seen the beginning of the video, then you've seen that Sarah Boone was on Nick Arcade, a game show on Nickelodeon back in the day in Orlando, at the studios in Orlando, right? I don't know if she's ever been slimed before, pause. But Sarah Boone was, on there saying, talking about guys and all this shit. Like, she was the same way she's acting is how she acts now. That's why we were playing that. We're going to play a little bit more of that. She was also accompanied by her brother, which is a registered sex offender, Chomo alert, John Tyler. Disgusting.
Every time I start to feel even a little sympathy for Sarah Boone, I'm reminded why it's so hard. She still hasn't accepted reality. Sarah is serving a life sentence, yet she talks like she's just waiting for the right moment to walk back into the real world. She genuinely believes her appeals are going to magically undo everything. She genuinely believes people owe her money, owe her support, owe her a second chance that she hasn't earned. And that's the part that shocks people. The disconnect. While the rest of the world sees the tragic facts of the case, Sarah is still living in this bubble where she's the victim, where everyone else is to blame, and where freedom is just around the corner. It's that mindset that makes it almost impossible to feel bad for her, no matter how hard you try.
An inmate at the Orange County Corrections.
You there?
Yep, I'm here.
Okay, thank you. That was my free phone call that we get on Sundays, and it's only 5 minutes, so
Okay.
Thank you for your patience. I don't remember what I was saying. Oh, the letters. So anybody who I had asked, I told them to send it to you, to send it to James, and to send it to, but I don't know if they did all of that, and I was just going to, if I had to triple make sure that it was there between the 3 of you guys, I was going to just do that. And
Okay.
James is notorious for losing things, or I don't know if you know, but we've had to send things to him hundreds of times. Are you even able to just print stuff out and hand it to him when we're in the courtroom? Remember, James is supposed to be here today. I don't know what he's doing. He's not answering his phone to this present moment. I've tried calling him 3 times between yesterday evening and today. So I don't know when he's supposed to even be here. But my goal, yes, if you would like me to call you around 1 o'clock, I can do that.
Yeah.
And I wanted to find out, too, are you going to track his ass down tomorrow, considering that you're here, to introduce yourself and to say what's going on? Wait for him in the courtroom afterwards to let him know, and I'm going to tell him, please go introduce yourself. And
Try and talk to him and see if he had a minute where I can, figure out what the hell's going on with the family law thing and everything else.
Yes, and while you are in his face, I totally please take advantage of his time, because other than this, once I'm sentenced, it's peace out, so.
Yep, 100%.
Okay, and yes.
How are you feeling? Are you nervous, or what's going on in your head?
I'm not really nervous, to be honest with you. I am very confident, especially with the amount of people that I have coming to represent me, either in a letter, an email, or in person. I wanted to talk to you for a moment about my statement and what you sent me information-wise in regards to how the judge could cut me off or interrupt me.
Mm-hmm.
The case relevance to my case. I'm going to talk about forgiveness of George Torres' family, social media, my 3 prior attorneys, both judges, the jury, and myself, the prosecutor and the detectives. So I didn't know if that was too much or whatever, but I read it to Lana, and she was freaking floored and said, don't be afraid of the judge and just keep doing it, because if he does interrupt you, then it's going to be an appellate issue. But I don't want him to stop me in the middle of it, and, I'm on, on the flow, like getting it, and then him say, you can't read that any longer. So I'm starting off with, it's forgiveness, okay? It's forgiveness. So I'm forgiving, first off, George Torres. And I'm forgiving him for, beating, spitting, raping, beating, all that. I'm forgiving him for all of that, okay? But nothing actually came and brought to light in my actual case, so I made a list of some of the things that he had done to me, and I was forgiving him for, okay?
Okay.
My second one is going to be, I forgive his family for not intervening, for helping and knowing who he was and what he did, and to throw out there also about Pharrell stabbing the mother of his baby in the side of his head, which, talks about the violence in their family. I mean, it's a split-second blip on the radar.
Mm.
And then I was going to forgive social media for their insensitivity and, how I am, where I am, and who they have depicted me as, and forgive them for that. And then I was going to forgive the judge for making me pro se, for kicking me when I was down, for, not listening, and basically that's what it is. And then I was going to write, and then I wrote about the detectives and their trickery and coercion, and, why didn't they take the bloody pillowcase of mine? Why didn't they take the butcher knife and the garden claw? Why didn't they do anything like that? So I'm forgiving them for that. And then the prosecutor, I was forgiving him for his errors during the trial to cause confusion and dysfunction to the jury, which equaled them giving me the sentence that they did. And then the jury I was going to forgive for not understanding and being confused and being hungry and away from their family for 2 weeks, in full capacity. And I feel that it was a rushed decision, and I forgive them for that. And I understand about them being away from their family for 2 weeks and everything else. So, and then I was going to forgive myself for not standing up for myself sooner, for not, distancing myself, not fighting for myself, not doing any of that sooner. So I didn't know if this was too much, if I was going out of my boundaries. And I don't know if I...
Look, I mean, the judge can do whatever he wants, but as long as it's said in a way that it's not contemptuous.
It's smart-ass and condescending.
Maybe what you could do is you could, prioritize it so that the ones that you want to say the most are, in order. So this way, if he does shut you down, then at least you got the ones out that you wanted to say,
Okay, yes, and thank you for your feedback, but my thing is,
yeah.
First off, it's not what you think it is. It may be after I read it to you, so maybe at 1 o'clock if you had 15 minutes or maybe another phone call, I would like to read it to you, okay?
Okay, yeah, that would be great.
But my thing is, though, it's a professional fuck you. Excuse me. It's a professional fuck you.
Yeah.
And I don't want him in the middle of it to say, what does this have relevance to my case? And it is my case. My entire, every detail that I'm giving to you right now, as everyone on the face of the planet knows, this is part of my case. It's not just specific case details. The specific case details are specific case details because of how I got to that point. So there's a lot and everything that is involved in my case, which is what I'm trying to let the judge know. And I'm forgiving everybody. I'm making another copy and I'm mailing it to him, or I was going to hand deliver it to him in the courtroom. I mean, what do you think about that?
That's excellent.
I mean, I was going to have this said one way or another. But I need for you, and I don't want to bother Lana quite yet because it's too early for her.
Yep.
I mean, am I wrong? Tell me, is this supposed to be like, oh God, I'm so sorry that this happened. I love George, tears, 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 all this. I mean, is that what it's supposed to be, and that's what everybody's expecting me to say?
I just don't know how much of an impact it really has. That's probably what he wants to hear. I personally doubt that it's going to have much of an impact on what his final sentencing is. Not going to happen.
So one of my things, the only part that I'm kind of concerned about is, okay, I'm telling you this now, it's in your face, hardcore, point blank between your eyes. That's what Lana said. So my thing is, though, in regards to relevancy, in one of them, I'm forgiving Bankowitz and Hobson and Cashman for taking $46,000 of the JAC money, precious money, to help aid indigent defendants like myself. So I don't want him to say what relevancy does that have to do with anything. Well, it's part of my case, and it's what I've had to live through.
Well, did they take $46,000 specifically for your case, or just?
Yes. So all of them went and boo-hooed to the justice system, somebody, and they ended up having a hearing just for me, and supposedly how awful and monstrous and just how terrible I was, and they all asked for $15,000, and Cashman asked for $16,108. So it's all of the shit that they lied about, and then they, in my opinion, robbed the JAC and robbed me of my, precious dollars. Just read it to you at 1 o'clock.
Okay, read it to me at 1 o'clock.
I hope you have a super day, and I will
Call
talk
me
to you
at
here in a little while regardless. Okay?
All right, call me at 1. Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Dutchy, tell these niggas shut the fuck up. I got drunk and locked myself inside a suitcase. I was looking for the goddamn toothpaste. Sarah Boone is my first mate. That's my first mistake. Yeah, this life she takes. We was both so tipsy. I was screaming out, baby, unzip me, yeah. She was saying, please don't hit me. Baby, I can't breathe, baby, I can't breathe. You could've let me out, you were just sitting there, drinking on another beer. Yeah, you ain't never cared. Even all these lawyers trying to see the real you. Think about the shit, bitch, I could've killed you, but I didn't. Drunk emotions that I only felt for a minute. I didn't mean to hurt you, baby, I just wanna hit it. But I would never kill you or take you out the picture. I packed myself to heaven and you was the one delivered. Let's talk about the Sarah with the messed up liver. Let's talk about the Sarah that is a bad sister. Let's talk about the Sarah that be staying so spoiled. That's why she can't keep a man or a damn lawyer. I got drunk and locked myself inside a suitcase. I was looking for the goddamn toothpaste. Sarah Boone is my first mate. That's my first mistake. Yeah, this life she takes. We was both so tipsy. I was screaming out, baby, unzip me, yeah. She was saying, please don't hit me. Baby, I can't breathe, baby, I can't breathe.